What's going on, guys? Just showing you the this tank. I got to get it drilled in. You can see I've got some algae issues. I'm cutting back on the light, and I'm probably going to put some Clear Max in my substrate to cut the phosphates. It's good algae that I have. It's a green, but it's bad for the plants. And I just put some food in there for them, and I try to get some amano shrimp, and you can see. It looks like there's one of them there that they just ripped into, but I got one in here that I think is going to make it. And anyway, you can see that was actually because I thought they're going to have some fry that hatched, but they didn't. They had a second spawning, but nothing came out of that. Anyway, but just to see, you can see I really keep this tank warm. This fish really likes it hot, if you can imagine. But anyway, it's definitely easier to keep it warm. But these guys are feisty, man. They act like they own this tank. I stick my hand in there and they'll bite it. Here, watch this. You ready? I'll show you guys. You won't believe this. Watch. I'll go in here and look. Watch them. See them? They're going to come over here and bite me. Especially if I start moving the gravel. See, look, here she comes. She's eating. They're just worried about food right now. But watch how they're going to come over and bite me. I need to film that another time when there's not food in there. But I got a big amano shrimp in this tank, and it's funny, as soon as I go to record I can't find it. But good looking shrimp. He should be safe in there. The only danger with this tank is these guys like it a little on the acid side, or acidic I should say. I shouldn't say acid, but there it is. If you look right under the heater, you can see it right there. Pretty good size, and it's only going to get bigger, which is what I like about the amano shrimp. Algae eater in there. As a matter of fact, I got another one right under that log. You can see it moving right there, and that's a good sign. And hopefully that's where it just shed. It just shed its skin, and that's what I saw. And those are actually the roots. If you see that coming down, those are long roots on that water sprite. But I got to get this reined in. But what I wanted to show you guys, and the 120 is balanced, which I guess is encouraging because it shows me it can be done. This tank was set up in June from scratch. Somebody asked about the substrate. I'm going to go over it again. I get asked this all the time, but anyway, I don't mind telling you guys. It's a 40-pound bag of organic dirt, about 40 or 60 pounds of fluorite, and then about 80 pounds of the, the Carib Sea Tahitian sand. And what's really weird is you can see when the roots dig down, they tend to pull up the fluorite, which is kind of wild how that, I mean, that's them doing that. If you look, as those roots start digging down, they tend to pull that rock up, which is just kind of wild. But here's what I want to show you guys. And it's this plant right there. Let me see if I can, I hate to do this because I get the glare, but let me get this. The bad thing about these lily pads, they tend to collect. If you have floating food, you need to get it out of there so the fish can get it. But what I wanted to show you guys is this plant right here. And if you look, I don't know if we're doing a good job. See the root on that? That is a baby banana plant. Just want you to see it. There's the shoot on it for the flower, and there's the banana roots, and it's coming off of this lily pad. And if you look, it's sitting in the water like this. I just think that's so cool. And I didn't know how it propagated, and that's it. propagates from the lily pads. And I bet there must be someplace in Florida where they just have the biggest lily pads you've ever seen, because the banana plants in the store, when you get them, they tend to be pretty wild. But my wife was like, she pointed to that, and she goes, "That's a banana plant?" I go, "Yep, sure is." And it, it's got even more little shoots on it. There's, every time I look, I'm counting them, but seem like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost like 12, I believe. The tiger lily, I just keep having to cut. The dwarf baby tears doing really good at running out there. And one other note, this wisteria, I'm really happy with the wisteria, especially it likes high flow rate. The negative thing is right over here in this corner, because of the backdraft, it was collecting a bunch of junk. And I actually tried to kick it out of there just a little while ago, and it just stirred it up. But anyway, and one final, let's see, I got a pretty good sized shrimp right there. He's watching those angels because they'll eat him. Yeah, that one saw him, I think. They go crazy for those shrimp. But this pair ate the eggs, just an update. And part of my fault, I don't know. I'm learning, they're learning. But that's the pair. There was a third angel in here that got beat up really bad. And I just took it back to my local pet store. And it's healing up, and hopefully it'll find a good home. But these two guys right here, this alpha male, the big one, was just chasing the third angel all over the tank, and it was just crazy. There's the twig catfish, or the forwilla, I think is how you say it. Awesome fish. And there's another one in here, and I'm hoping it's a female. It's smaller. I don't see it usually. Well, anyway, I'm not trying to talk a long time, but what I wanted to do, I just wanted to show you that banana plant, which was really cool. That was the highlight. And then you can see how those swords right there are propagating. And I'm going to have a ton of swords over there off of that one stem. That's just crazy. Those are all baby swords off of that runner. Let's see. Everybody's doing well. I haven't lost anybody. The turquoise rainbows are doing well. They're getting good color. This female molly's as big as ever. The bosmanis are doing well. I mean, everybody's doing well. I can't believe how big these guys keep growing. I'm scared to think how big they're going to get. But anyway, I'll step back. You guys can see this tank's doing really well. I've got to get the light and the phosphates figured out on this one. And I'm probably going to put some Clear Max in my substrate. And I try to give it some work this weekend. But I've cut the light way back on it. The light would be off right now on the small tank. It's just on so I can video. But appreciate you guys watching. Oh, and one other thing I got. Somebody gave me a tip. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but we'll see. But they said to get this is a really neat little breeder net. And it just hangs inside the tank. And what the guy suggested, and Frank, hello if you're watching this. Frank's he's a young kid that works at my local fish store, but that's all he does is read and learn, and a good source of information. But what he suggested is he said the next time they breed, take that rock and put it in this bag so that it's up here at the top where it gets good flow, and then see if they hatch. And I might give that a whirl. I don't know. We'll see. I think my problem is just water quality and getting it stable. I had delayed a water change because of eggs, and then I was worried about the fry having health issues. So I did water changes on both tanks, and then the next thing I know, the eggs are gone. So I don't know. Just figuring it out. That's what happened. Not sure why it happened, but there's nothing on that piece of slate back there, and but they're very territorial. So, and they're looking good. The colors on them's good, and they're fighting for the space. They're guarding it. So we'll see. They're a fun fish. They, I got to get a picture of them biting my hand, and it's just funny. It is really funny, man. They hit it hard. These guys are. I'm glad they're not piranhas. But anyway, I'd be handless if they were. But you guys take care of hitting the 10-minute mark, and just trying to give you an update. But I went from starting the week with having blue ram's eggs here, and then the angel eggs right there, to just having nothing. And this guy on the left there is just a bully. He beat that other angel up pretty bad. And she's not looking great herself, but she's okay. Anyway. But you guys take care. I should have videoed the one I had to take out. I just so busy. But it had fins were beat up. It had all kinds of marks on the side from getting popped, and it was just pretty ugly. It was just beating it up. And I mean, if you look, this tank, it's a 120, and it was hiding all over, and it was still hunting down, chasing it. But anyway, you guys have a good evening, and I'll post this, and appreciate everybody watching. You guys let me know anything you want to see.